recipe and what ingredients we require to make this. So in the step 1, we are gonna make the makhani gravy, and to make makhani gravy, we will require fresh tomatoes. I have taken 4 tomatoes, some red chilies, nice Kashmiri red chilies I have taken, which are dried ones, some cashew nuts, cardamom, and some black cardamom. For the step 2, we're gonna marinate chicken, which is the chicken leg boneless, or you can take the whole chicken, you can debone it, you can make it into small pieces. I'm gonna marinate this chicken with red chili powder, turmeric, a little bit of tandoori chicken masala. This is nothing but the whole garam masala spices, all roasted, dry or broiled, and you add some red chilies inside it. I'm gonna take some chicken masala, and this has nice fine whole garam masala powder inside it, some salt, and I'm gonna marinate it with the ginger garlic paste. So marinate it and keep it aside. The third step will be, after cooling down our makhani gravy, which we're gonna boil it, we are gonna make a puree of it and blend it in a mixer, and then strain it through the sieve to make a fine paste which is rich in cashew nut and tomato. So let's get started with our first step, which is of making the makhani gravy. So let's get starting with our makhani gravy. To make makhani gravy, I've taken the pan with little water. I'm adding some fresh tomatoes to it. I'm taking 4 tomatoes. Make sure that your tomatoes are completely immersed in water. I'm gonna take some dry Kashmiri red chilies. I will take a little bit more. I like it more rich. Some cashew nuts to it. Take around 5 to 6 of the green cardamom, and a couple of black cardamom to give a nice intense, make it really nice and aromatic curry. So I'm gonna keep this closed and increase my temperature a bit. I'll give a nice boil to it. Now you can see our tomatoes are boiling nicely with our red chilies, cardamom, cashew nut, and this will take another 15 to 20 minutes. So I'm keeping it close. In meanwhile, we'll marinate our chicken. To marinate chicken, I'm adding some salt, some red chili powder, a little bit of turmeric, and ginger garlic paste. And this is around 100 grams of chicken. So I'm marinating it and keeping it aside till the time we make our makhani gravy. So after boiling the tomatoes and the entire makhani gravy, I have blended this into a fine puree, which is like a gravy of tomatoes, rich cashew nuts, and some cardamom and some red chilies inside it. So I've already blended and kept it over here. So let's get started with the cooking of our butter chicken now. I'm gonna take some butter in a pan. You get a nice crackle of butter to the voice of it. Now you can add the chicken. Ensure that you cook it around, like you sear the chicken, and you cook it around 40% of the chicken while you are cooking it with the butter. You can add some red chili powder, some nice tandoori chicken masala, a little chicken masala, and saute it well. So I'm gonna add some makhani gravy to it now. We have to further cook it for around like 10 minutes. Add the salt for seasoning. So now our butter chicken is ready, and I'm gonna plate this. I'm gonna take good amount of chicken cubes. Garnish this with little cream on top.